driver is heavier than the wish stick, so it'll be easier to feel the motion of the club head, but it's more rigid, right? So then that means that you have to use your wrist and forearm and shoulder to make sure the club head is moving again around your body. Aim at the far tee, no need to touch it, but aim in that direction. Swing back and forth as if, swing back and forth. Feel the motion of the head. Throw the club head, throw the club head. On the way down, again you throw here, not pulling this here. Throw here, using the speed here, throw. Again, relax your wrist. Feel the motion of the club head. Let it go, let it go. The backswing becomes a bit crossover. So bring the shoulder higher in the backswing. Do not collapse. Yeah, yes, that's good. Stand up instead of collapsing. Throw, throw, throw. Now, with the club, have a pumping action. But your string plane is now a lot better. So the key is feeling the motion of the club head. As long as you know where the club head is, how the club head is moving, then you'll be able to maintain good swing plane here and make sure you don't collapse here. And then moving the hip back. Here, rather stand on the right side here. And then no need to turn that much in the backswing. Okay? Yeah. That much is enough. If the shoulder turns about 90 degrees, this is enough. A slight reverse pivot alignment. Again, swing back and forth and then do the pumping action. And again, feel this motion here, wrist and the forearm. Throw, throw. Yep. Again, in this one, you tend to put a lot of effort here, but relax the wrist a little bit, then you can feel the motion of the club head here. Okay? So, let it go. And then you are using it's a thick grip. Thick grip promotes more this kind of grip here. Okay? Or sometimes when you have thick grip, then you have a lot of ulnar deviation here. So in terms of holding the grip nicely and then using the wrist and the forearm, relatively thinner one is probably better. It will give you a better feel here. Okay. Now, this is the heaviest. And then it has a flexibility here. So swing this back and forth, but this is heavy, so you have to change the tempo a little bit. You cannot swing that quickly. And also, at the top of backswing, try to minimize the bending of the orange whip. Okay, not much bending. That means you have to wait until this is completed and then go. So initially, just the swing back and forth, no pumping, just the back and forth. Feel the motion of the orange ball. Throw, throw. Do not fight. You have to work with the device. Throw, throw. It's pulling in. You're pulling in. Use the pronation of the right arm in the downswing. Throw. Yes. Now, let's relax. Let's introduce the pumping action. Because this is heavy and it has a flexibility, now the pumping action is more exaggerated with this. So you have to time this really well. And then let it go. Relax as much as possible. Feel the motion of the orange ball. Do not fight. Yeah, it's a bit challenging here because it's flexible and also it's heavy.
Yeah.
So go up here and then you can really feel the bending here with the pumping action. Okay?
Yeah, so don't worry about it bending on the pumping action. It has to.
Yeah, in the pumping action, because you are quickly slowing down, so there should be bending.
Yeah, okay.
Aha, you see, it's heavy and it's flexible, so it's going like this.
Yeah.
So that's why you have to control this really well. Again, make sure.
Because the swing plane is off.
Yeah, you have a little bit of off-plane motion. That's why now it's exaggerated. So make sure you are bending it on the swing plane. It's a bit too big. It's a motion is a bit too big. Your hands already came this way here, about here. Just it's called the early downswing. From here to when the arm is parallel to the ground, it's early downswing. Only in the early downswing you have the pumping action. So this is you need to practice.
Yeah.
So if you can control this on the swing plane, that means you're promoting good planar motion. Yeah.
Yeah.
So your swing plane becomes.
kind of throw the club, but that's probably because I'm too.
Because you go flat here, lift it, and then you're coming down steep plane here,
Yeah.
right?
And then it kind of comes across here and across.
Yeah, particularly in the follow through, have the feel of going this way here instead of the elbow motion is lifting here. Swing through and let it go, and the turn this way here, and then keep going this way. Then you can throw here. But if you try to lift up here, then you turn and then lift. So bringing the hands inward. But overall, with this continuous swing back and forth, you can adjust your swing plane quite a bit. And then what you need to do is have a camera in the down the line view. Always monitor how you move your club head. One thing you have to get away is your hands going low here, and the club head goes way away from the swing plane. This complicates everything.
Try to keep hands more forward, club
And then,
back.
yeah, so throw the club head in this direction here, so that let the club head go here. So it's a highway here, an expressway, instead of going a detour here, having a detour here. Okay, straight to this position instead of flat, and then lift this. Then the end outcome of this lifting is lifting of the elbow. You have severe crossover alignment. Then on the way down, you have to compensate that. That distorts your downswing. But if at the top of the backswing, generally if the club stays parallel to the swing plane, it's above the swing plane. But if it's more or less parallel to the swing plane, then regardless of how big your backswing is, it's still well aligned. With that on the way down, the downswing motion becomes really simple because you just reverse the direction and then let it go, instead of trying to adjust this motion.
Like a lot of energy to try to control the direction.
So in order to do that, you have to really respect the inertia of the club here. So let it go to this position. So in other words, if you guide it initially correctly, automatically it will go around here because of the inertia. It has a tendency to maintain the motion here, so it will go here. On the way down, just throw, you'll go here. Throw this way, throw this way. With this, we can have a consistent motion plane here. And then the left arm only was the same. Throw here. Both the hands, the same thing. Do not fight. And then do not deviate from the swing plane that much. Because the simplest motion is a planar motion. But because of the anatomical limitations, we cannot maintain the same plane. So here, once you pass this point, then we have to bring the arms and club above the swing plane. So along the swing plane, and then we have above plane position here. On the way down, come down to the swing plane and go above here. But if we generally maintain a fairly parallel alignment to the swing plane, the downswing becomes a lot simpler. You're just using pumping-like action, using the body, and then just a throw. But if we have this deviation here, we have to compensate during the downswing motion. And what you do is you pull the handle down, the club head goes up, so you have a steep swing plane with the hands coming close to your body and the turn and going this way here. But more than anything, you have to work on your grip here. So in the almost neutral position, so your wrist does not show much motion here. Mostly the motion is coming from the forearm supination, pronation here. With that, you can move the white ball nicely around your body. Okay, when you use this motion, it's a lot easier instead of going this way. Yeah. Also try to bring in the up here. Rather, if you use this motion, you can generate a fairly high whoosh sound just using this motion here.
Yeah. And at the right point too, right? Not after the ball.
So when you hold the club, this grip should promote more this motion here, wrist and forearm motion, instead of, if you're holding it like this, it's an elbow-driven motion. So you should be able to, you should easily be able to do this. Yeah.
You want to do more like that?
And then you should be able to easily do this motion. Okay. So you can bring the club head up more this way here. If you continue this motion, already you are in the reverse pivot posture here. So this is nothing you need to add here. From here, if you just guide the club head that way and then turn, and you're automatically at this position here. It's along the expressway here, instead of going here and then. So from here, instead of shifting this way too much, just from here, standing on the right side and then turn, bringing the club head a bit steeper, automatically we are going to this position here. So this is good alignment. So use the wrist and the forearm, yeah, going to that position. Yep, then let it go. And on the way down, still you have tendency of using the arms here, but practice the pumping action a lot. The pumping action allows you to use the body here. So go on the way down, use the body, and then add the arm motion instead of just the swing with the arms.
I definitely have. I know
That's a more long-term project.
Yeah.
Yeah, but first you need to adjust the swing plane. This will give you a lot more consistent motion of the club, and the swing motion becomes simpler, so you save a lot of energy.
Now, like my driver, that's a heavier, like I put extra weight in it because for some reason I feel like I control it better, but is that hurting you?
It depends. You are a strong guy, so you can handle this. But when you have extra weight, and then it will actually help you to feel the motion of the club head. So whether you can really feel the motion of the club head and then guide it nicely versus you try to fight with the club.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I feel like I have better, I describe it as I feel like I have more control of the club head, but to your point, maybe I feel it better.
And also, particularly if you give enough time in the transition phase, then the heavier club shouldn't be a problem. But before it is completely done, when you try to go down, then you have to fight.
You're fighting it more.
Yeah, then it becomes a problem. So again, when you swing back and forth nicely here, then relax the body as much as possible and feel the motion of the club head here. Then later, you can add more effort to that, okay, using the muscles more. But relax and feel the motion, and then you establish good motion path. Then gradually start increasing the speed, putting more effort, but maintain that path. So oftentimes we have big muscles, but sometimes the muscles are not well used, particularly when your knee is always flexed like this, bent like this. You're not using the leg muscles that way. Only when you have a good knee extension flexion here, action here, then you're using these muscles correctly. If you lock the knee muscles, then you also lock the pelvis muscles.
So even though my knees are flexed, I'm too tense.
That actually holds everything here.
Yeah, got it.
Okay? Then all you do is just lifting like this. Instead, swing, easy shift to the right and left here. Bring this side up and then go here instead of turning a lot here, turning flat. Okay? So, yeah, when you use the body better, then the swing actually becomes easier more than anything. Because you will only use the muscles you absolutely need to use.
Yeah. Well, I know like my wrists and my forearms are always sore basically. I'm too tense, and
Yeah.
I try to focus on like keeping a relaxed grip, but I think it's
Then it just becomes loose. Right?
Yeah.
So you have to relax a little bit and then feel the motion of the club. Let the club go all the way here. No need to fight. And then when this is completed, and then throw with a good effort here. Instead of contracting this all the time. But so for a while, just work on settling down with the consistent swing play.
Yeah.
Whatever you do, and then
I can feel the difference. From what we
use a camera. Always have the down the line view. That'll give you good idea of what you're doing, and always try to adjust and develop consistent swing play. That the swing becomes a lot easier. Then all you need to worry about is to have a faster motion, the reverse the direction, and to have a faster motion. But when you have a lot of off-plane motion, then you waste a lot of energy to control those.
Yeah.
When you have too many things that you need to control at the same time, the swing becomes really complex, right? So the simpler, the better.
Too many things can go wrong.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it's good effort today.
Thank you.